Good morning, Power Parents. So, this week in our WTF series, Tara and I talked about WTF it means to be in the flow. And so I've been thinking about this all week, and I'd be really curious to know, what is it to you? What does it mean to you? Because when I hear about it, it's always like relating to a task, like my creative genius is flowing and I lose track of time and I'm just so happy. And that's what it means to flow. But how many of us parents feel like we have the space to let our creative genius flow, like uninterrupted, or even the capacity to tap into our creative genius because we are just so freaking exhausted? And so if we do, it's just like it's here and there, right? Every now and then. And I mean, like, that's better than nothing. But what we're trying to do here as a collective of blissfully busy power parents is to create a lifestyle of flow and balance and self-care. Not just here and there, like when we can fit it in, which is like pretty much never. So we don't want that situation that leaves us feeling desperate and stuck, like we don't have any options and we have no ability to make ourselves feel better. So then, if we're redefining flow, just like we've redefined balance for the busy parent and we've redefined self-care for the busy parent, what is it going to look like if we're trying to create a lifestyle? So, what if we're striving for a sense of flow in our daily lives instead of striving for like that moment of being in the flow? Like, we want to build a lifestyle that leaves us feeling that sense of flow. Are you with me? So to me, that means feeling like I'm in control of my day. Like if I was a stream that was actually flowing, I get to decide where I flow in any given moment. And so how do we decide where to flow? It's by tapping into our true selves. We're bypassing all of that mind BS that wants to, send us off into some crazy directions, and we're making choices moment to moment about where we want to put our energy, right? We get to choose. And that gets rid of the shoulds and the musts and the oh my God, I need to feelings that tend to drive our behavior. And it starts to turn every moment into a choice where you get to choose. You have the opportunity to choose. So here's an example. I choose to go to work because I'm proud to provide for my family, right? Because we always think like, oh my God, I have to go to work. Yeah, okay, fine. But there's a goal there, right? You choose to provide for your family. So you choose to take on this task. And that leaves you with a sense of pride, right? And when you're at work, you can say, like, I choose to do a good job because I want to. That's who I want to be. That's who I choose to be. Right. And you can, while you're at your job, you can say, you know what? I choose to take a moment to myself. I choose to take a walk around the block and replenish myself. When you're home, you can think, your kids are demanding and, all of that situation that makes you feel depleted and exhausted and like somebody needs you all the time. But you can say, no, you know what? I'm going to choose to take these few minutes and be really, really present with my kids. Okay. And you can choose to notice how those choices feel to you. Like if you choose to spend the day binge watching TV or scrolling social media, how does that make you feel? Right? Do you want to keep making that choice? That is completely up to you, right? So, flow for me is choosing joy in every moment. It's choosing to take the time to enjoy life, even when we're super busy. It's choosing not to waste our energy on complaining or getting caught up in the drama, but instead putting our limited resources and our limited energy into things that make us feel good. And realizing that every moment is a choice. For me, what it did was it freed me from that paralysis. Like I so often felt stuck where with those like I have to's, I need to's, I was constantly going, oh my God, I need to do this, I need to do this, I need to do this. And if I started down this path, I felt like I had to keep going. Like, like there was like an ego thing, right? Like if I was angry, I had to like stay on that high horse. And if I started a job, I had to stay with that job because that's what I had to do. No, you don't. You absolutely don't. You have the power to choose your path. Flow wherever the F you want in every single moment of every single day. You have the power to choose. So if I get frustrated and yell at my kids, all right, now I'm in a new moment. It's a new moment, and I have the power to choose. I get to choose what's going to bring me the most joy in this moment. So I can choose to do something that will calm me down. And then I'm in a new moment. I get to make another aligned choice. I have the opportunity now to model making a choice for my kids and choosing a different path. I can, choose to stay on my high horse and be really mad and, continue to talk about how frustrated I am that they didn't do the thing, whatever it is that I was wanting them to do. Or I can choose to nurture myself. I can choose to reset myself. I can choose to nurture my relationships with humility and grace. Like I can come up to them and say, wow, I was really upset, but then I took a walk and now I feel better. And now I'm ready to talk about how we can move forward and get whatever it is done that needs to get done while also making both of us happy, right? We get to choose that. And so this idea of flow, it's changed my entire life. Honestly, like it's really transformative. Now, when I'm presented with options like, I don't know, do the dishes or take the dog for a walk, I can revel in the choice. I'm in control of what I get to do next. And I used to feel like I didn't have a choice. Like it was just a to-do list. And all of that just weighed on me. Like I have to walk the dog and I have to do the dishes and I have to put the kids to bed. And that led to overwhelm. But the reality is, you don't have to do anything. You don't. You don't have to. You get to do them because they contribute to the life that you choose to live. So I might choose to walk the dog because that feels the best in the moment. And then the kids like need me when I get home. And so I choose to be with the kids. And then when I'm done with that, it's a new moment and I'm tired. So I choose to go to bed and leave the dishes. No one will die. They'll still be there tomorrow. I have the opportunity to delay that task to whenever it's a good time to do it. And the opposite is true. Like if those dishes are going to stress you out, like I keep thinking of like Monica in Friends where like there was like shoes out and it was like stressing her out and she wasn't sleeping. Okay, no problem. You can choose to do the dishes and enjoy your clean kitchen in the morning. That's a choice that you make. You get to choose that, right? You have the power. Okay, I have one more example. It's tax season, right? So my next task after this is to work on that. And for most of us, like me included, this is a huge dreaded chore. So are you thinking, ha ha, Christina, see, we have no choice here. We have to do our taxes. Okay, yeah, we do have to do our taxes. But the point that I'm trying to make is that you can choose how you think about it. Okay? Like for me, the biggest pain in my taxes is all of this business stuff, like tracking my income and all my expenses and all those stupid receipts. It's no fun. It sucks. But I choose to have this business. That's my choice. I want it. I want to continue it. I can choose to not have a business and have much easier taxes. That is also a choice that I can make. I also choose to maximize my deductions. And so that means doing all of those receipts and getting a full and accurate picture of everything, right? That's a choice that I can make. I can also choose to get help with my taxes, or I can choose to save money and do it myself, right? The point is to shift our thinking into this place where we feel like we are moving forward in our lives in the way that is empowering to us. We have the opportunity to choose. We choose how we live. We choose what we do. And to me, that brings a sense of purpose. Like, yes, I'm doing this because I'm taking intentional steps towards the life that I want to live, right? And you are taking intentional steps towards the life that you want to live. And that includes so many things that we think of as musts. So if you're stuck in a job that you don't like, you can choose to go anyways because you are choosing to bring in an income for your family. That's a choice. Be proud of that. And then you can choose to look for other options, other types of jobs, other ways to achieve that goal of bringing an income for your family. All right. It's all a choice. And it takes away that sense of powerlessness. And this intentional rethinking, it's going to rewire our brain. Woo! And it's going to make shifts in the micro choices that we make all day long. And before we know it, we're going to be feeling that flow and we're going to be feeling in control and we're going to be feeling happier and more satisfied with our lives, which is what it's all about, right? So all of what I've described here it's actually boundaries. It's boundaries with yourself. And I want to help you with simple strategies to set these boundaries in a way that maximizes your flow so you can experience that balance and choose things that are going to fill your energy cup. And so I've made a quick quiz so that you can discover your personal boundary style. Like we're all different, right? And that personal boundary style is going to reveal the most effective way for you to set boundaries based on that. So you can try the quiz at mindbs.ca/boundary style. And if you do, let me know. I want to know what your boundary style is. I would love to hear about it. And then we can talk about strategies that are going to help you get in the flow for your particular boundary style. So I hope that this helps. I hope that you shift your mindset and I hope that you have a great day. Ready to up-level your boundary game? Discover your personal boundary style at mindbs.ca/boundary style.